بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Earlier on, a few months ago, we discussed some of the adab of the Quran Kareem. Adab meaning the etiquette that Allah teaches us in the Holy Quran. And this etiquette was also practically demonstrated to us by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There are many ayats like this in the Holy Quran that teach us adabul mu'ashara. So adabul mu'ashara means social etiquette. Social etiquette in terms of Islam, not what the West and the kuffar will practice. Their etiquette is more superficial. The etiquette of Sharia is based on modesty, on true and sincere respect for another person. Modesty, we have the etiquette of parda and respecting the privacy of other people. So one such ayat is in Surah Nur, towards the end of Surah Nur. Allah says, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu liyasta'dhinkum alladhina malakat aymanukum walladhina lam yablughul huluma minkum thalatha marrat. That, O believers, let those who your right hand possess, and those children who have not yet reached puberty, seek permission on 3 occasions. Now, firstly, we see this ayat addresses the children as well. The ayat addresses the elders to teach their children. So, children are not mukallaf in Islam as long as they don't become baligh. But the mukallaf are the elders, the parents, the teachers, the guardians of the children. They need to give them this discipline and etiquette. So here Allah speaks of seeking permission. What is the seeking permission? That before you go into someone's room, someone's private area, you need to seek permission. And thalatha marrat, 3 times. Here Allah says that those whom your right hand possess, it means the slaves. In those days when there were slaves, so they used to go in and out of the house, they used to work in the house. Even the servants, and we'll give 1 or 2 examples in the life of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My cousin Anas radhiyallahu anhu, he was the servant of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he used to say that I had full permission to go into the household of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam at any time because he was nabaligh. And he says that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam told him that when you come, before you come, just cough. Just cough, so we know that you're coming in. But there are 3 times when no one was allowed to come in without permission. And Allah mentions the thalatha marrat, 3 times. What are these 3 times? Number 1, min qabli salatil fajri. Before Fajr Salah. Because that is the time people are sleeping. Husband and wife are together. They might be intimate, so you can't just walk into the bedroom. So we need to even teach our children this at home. They don't just walk into the parents' room or the room of the elder siblings. من قبل صلاة الفجر وحين تضعون ثيابكم من الظهيرة. The second occasion is when you remove your clothing in the afternoon. Now this is when you have your afternoon nap, either before Zohar Salah or after Zohar. If people sleep at that time, what we refer to as the qaylula, this is also a sunnah of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So at that time, obviously you will remove your clothing because you're going to lie down. That is another occasion when even the children are not allowed to come into the room without permission. And the third time is وَمِن بَعْدِ صَلَاةِ الْعِشَاءِ, after Isha Salah, which is also time for sleeping. So these 3 times they need to take permission. Now we can see that, as I told you, the children even they are programmed and disciplined by the Quran to follow these adab and this etiquette. It is said that when was this ayat revealed? There was an occasion when Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam had a servant, a young boy. His name was Mudlij. So he sent the servant to call Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu. It was during the afternoon, midday. So this youngster went and he came to Hazrat Umar's house. Hazrat Umar was lying down. He knocked on the door and then he just pushed the door open and he walked in. And Hazrat Umar was startled, so he got up and part of his sitar was exposed. So he was very annoyed, but he dare not say anything because the boy was sent by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It was the servant of the Prophet of Allah and he was summoned. So he quickly wore his clothing and he went. But as he went, he said to himself, or maybe to the family, that I wish that Allah would prohibit these young people and children from entering our homes without permission. He said, I wish. When he reached the house of Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, he realized that ayat was revealed already. How many times verses were revealed in conformity to the opinion that Hazrat Umar had or to his desire. That is also why Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that لَوْ كَانَ بَعْدِ نَبِيٌّ لَكَانَ عُمَرٌ. If there was going to be a Nabi after me, it would have been Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu. So Allah revealed this and Allah made it now a rule that you cannot enter the homes without seeking permission, or the rooms. Any place where there is privacy. Sometimes we have certain places that are public places, you can go in there, you don't need to seek permission. But where the room or the area is private to certain people, then you must take permission. How do you take permission? Either you knock on the door or you make salam and you announce yourself. You say Assalamu alaikum and you say it is so and so, may I enter? One person came to Hazrat Maulana Tanvi rahmatullah alayhi, and he stood outside and he said that he gave his name and he said, can I come inside? So Hazrat Tanvi says, look, I don't know if you can come inside because you're going to walk with your own feet. Whether the feet will carry you inside my house, I don't know, but I give you permission. So the person learned now that I can't say, can I come inside? May I come in? You're asking permission. Another thing we learn from here, from the hadith, Allah refers to the Isha Salah by the name Isha. And that is what the last Salah of the day. So one day Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told the Sahaba, the Bedouins among the Arabs, they would refer to the Salah as Atama. Atama, that's what they used. So the Prophet Allah says that, look, don't let these people now influence you to change the name. Allah calls it Salatul Isha. What they call it, you're not worried about that. Let them call what they want to call, but you must say Salatul Isha. So from this we learn also that names that Allah has given in the Quran, that Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam kept for certain aspects of deen, we mustn't change it through the influence of others. When they change the name, we must stick to the original names and the Sunnah of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Subhanallah.